everybody. We are back with the In Charge Show. I am Tara Brewster, along with Michael Connolly and Alfonso Santinello.
What's up, guys?
Everyone's very happy today.
Yes,
it's
we
nice.
have some good,
Everyone
funny
has big
juice.
smiles on their faces.
I know.
We got camera people tripping over cords.
You had to do it. I wasn't going to throw anyone under the bus, as you can tell.
Mike?
Sorry.
I totally kept it fine.
I was just
But
laughing
these
to
two
myself.
lost it. These two totally lost it.
So,
I was composed.
welcome to the show.
So everyone knows.
I can
I
never
had
compose
it.
myself.
I
You
had it.
kidding me?
I know. I had it. It's proud of myself.
All right.
Anyway,
Woosah.
yeah.
All right.
Deep breaths.
So, the show.
Yes, here we are. Here we are again. Thank you for coming back. We're going to try and come back as well in a minute. Today we're starting off with N News, and Alfonso's going to talk about a dorm room startup on an environmental mission.
Yes. This new startup called Greenvelope is started by Sam Franklin in 2010. He started it in his dorm room. It's basically a upscale electronic invitation service. So think Evite, but more so for wedding industry. So really formal invitations online, really leaving a good footprint behind them because you're not using the stamps, you're not using the printing services. And everyone has an email or sorts of something along the lines now. Granted, not all grandparents or some parents don't, like mom, dad. So if you're doing a wedding, you're gonna reach out to those people and you're gonna send out maybe 10 regular invitations compared to like 300. And it just saves a lot of money. And he said he started this because idea came from a USA Today article saying that 1.2 million people sent e-cards online in 2008. So he started his mind started developing, and from there he took $50,000 from money he made in high school and in college, and a family member also lent him some money. He started the company. First month he made $2,000, and then in its first year he made $70,000.
Yeah, so great.
Smart kid.
I want to know how people in high school save money. I don't know how people in general save money. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
I was like $25,000 from high school.
What did you do? What did you sell?
Well, see,
When?
it said he had a pressure washing business and delivering pizza. But if you an entrepreneurial kid, and that's why I always encourage kids to be entrepreneurs, though, because at that point, when you're that young, people will support anything you do. Just because, look at this little kid selling lemonade. Oh, I got to give him you don't really want to drink the lemonade, but you give him the $1.
Yeah.
What I like about this business is that I think his marketing is really smart because he understands everyone's trying to be green. So that's the way to get the press, because you go, I have a green business and here's what we're doing, and by the way, I have a great product. That's just how you get press. I thought that was smart. What this also made me think of is, why didn't, because the Postal Service, they're losing money. They should have thought of something like this, or they should incorporate this guy's business with what they do. So, because you made me think of that when you said no more stamps and this, that, and the next. But if the U.S. Post Office was offering this type of service, people would use that too.
Yeah.
And that could be another way of growing their business. That's one of those things where I think like Blockbuster, like when Redbox came around, it was like, no one's gonna buy a DVD from a soda machine. I could just picture him saying it, and then Redbox came and just blew them out of the water. Then
Now they're
Netflix
partnering
came
with Verizon, and now they're going to start streaming video.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when the technology advances or when the time changes, older businesses have to get with it, or someone's going to take your
Well,
spot.
he didn't really reinvent the wheel.
No, he didn't.
He took an idea and he just created a niche market and stepped up the quality of it. So
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. That's why the Postal Service should have thought to do something similar to this versus saying, well, we got to find a way to get people to buy more stamps. No, people aren't buying stamps anymore. Find a way to give the people what they want.
Except for stamp collectors.
See, except for stamp.
I send thank you notes in the mail.
I do too.
Yes, I do too.
I try to keep the post office alive.
Yeah.
All my product, for the most part, I send using the Postal Service just because I heard it was going out of business, so I try to give them my business.
So if the
And they're
Postal
actually a
Service
little
survives,
cheaper
it's
than
thanks
FedEx
to
and
Mike.
UPS too.
No, thanks to Stinky Cakes.
Stinky cakes.
No, but you're right. And this guy, young entrepreneur, seeing the need. But that's the theme, though. He saw the need, he saw a niche, and he went after it. Did he have experience selling Evites? No, but he understood the market, and he wait a minute. How many million people sending these things? Maybe there's something in. Most businesses start right there.
Well, and Evite was the only one that was really doing it too.
Yeah.
So he just sort of went after a piece of the pie of the Evite cheese. So
Yeah.
He also said that
Very
now
smart.
corporations are sending different invitations using his service too.
Yeah,
So-
for like event marketing
Right.
materials instead of, because I did that when we launched the business channels. I sent out postcards, like invitations, but then I also sent out an Evite version too for people that I either didn't have addresses for or just as a reminder. So there's different uses. It doesn't have to be just like wedding, but he uses the wedding industry because that's where most of the money
most of
comes
the money
in.
is. See, and he said he has, to his surprise, customizing wedding invitations for corporate events, which was cool. And he said he charges him $10 a month per 50 contacts. I don't know. I have a small business, and I think my mailing list is over 5,000. So imagine a big corporation. So how much more money he's getting per month? These people are not even using it every month. If they do, whatever. But it's just he's generating streams of revenue. He's making money for his company, and really, he's a software company. So the people doing all the work, he's just providing the service.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
my next business is gonna be that. That's what I'm doing.
Me too. I want to lay back and just let the money come in.
the online stuff.
It's just
No
genius.
inventory, no overhead,
Oh
no
my,
rent.
it's genius.
Yeah.
Speaking of all of those things, cash flow.
Cash flow and finance.
Perfect. That
Yeah.
was a nice segue.
I'm like speaking of
that,
all those
like that.
things, a little cash flow action. So I have In Truth next, and I kind of had an idea to talk about cash flow and sort of, basically telling everybody the truth about really understanding the flow of money in and out of your business and
Wait, there's
sort of
money coming in?
Yeah, well,
Just kidding. Let's hope you got money coming
crossing everything that you can. But I think that a lot of times in business, people don't talk enough about cash flow and thinking about, the truth of needing money and when you need money, when you don't need money, when you have a surplus of money, when you have a drought of money, and I think that one of the most important things you need to do in your business is figure out who's in charge of the money.
in. Yeah.
And-
Employ someone, not just like money, but it's like everything with financial related. In, out, bookkeeping, accounting, naturally, if it's a small business, people are going to tend to wear multiple hats. But it's just, you need someone, you need that person to be honest, you're like, cut the crap. You can't spend that much money on this or that.
Right. Right. Is it going to be the owner? Is it going to be the manager? Is it going to be the accountant? Is it going to be the bookkeeper? Who is in charge of, making sure the cash flow is in a positive state? And, for us, I think that having one of the owners do it is a really good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an accountant, but I think having your bookkeeping, your like day-to-day sort of, this is what's going on, this is, your cash flow, this is how much your invoices are like on the horizon, sort of being able to know that and to project that within the store, within the business on a day-to-day basis is really essential.
Now, I think for me, when we started, I'm a spender, and I would spend.
Spender,
Because I'm always thinking,
spender.
if I spend this, it'll get greater. And my wife's like, dude, what are you doing? You realize you just spent $3,000 on some ads on a shopping cart? And I go, yeah, but what's going to happen is people are going to be shopping in the grocery stores, and they're going to see stinky cakes, and they're going to love it. And no, that was a waste of money. I think we got a few orders, but my friends and my family members and people that know us, they got a kick out of the ads, but it didn't work. It was a waste of money. But my wife from the jump was saying, okay, we have this coming in right now. Why not wait to do that? You have to have that person to say, 'cause she's very logical. And she would say, let's not do this right now. Let's do this. Because here's what we have. Like the financials, she took care of that. Because I'm more creative.
Yeah.
I'm more
That's
building
just
concepts.
say, you need like an operations one, and you
Right.
need a creative person. Do not give the money to the creative person.
No, 'cause they'll
they
spend
will
it all.
spend
That's me.
I'm the creative one too. And luckily, like Christina for the business channel, she is more of the operations side of this. So she, I don't know how many emails a day. She's like, Al, like WTF, like stop.
Yeah.
Stop doing it.
Hi,
Yeah.
Christina. So, it's one of those things where it's like, but I'm the type, and a lot of entrepreneurs are, when they have the idea, they don't care about the money. They want to run with the idea.
Right.
And then they spend the money, and then a couple months later, most of the time, it's like, oh, crap.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
I need that money for bills, or I need
Yeah.
this money for that. And you need someone to tell you when you can. And it's kind of along the lines of like when you get allowance from your parents, and it's like, well, be careful how you spend it. You need
Once
someone.
it's gone, it's gone.
Exactly.
Or
And you
once
need
it's
someone
spent,
like that
it's
in
spent.
business, and
Right.
within your company, an advisor, a mentor, someone to say, this you should get an allowance within your business how much you can spend without it really damaging what you have. So, say your business makes $2,000. Take a month. Say you get all the bills, make sure the bills are paid. And whatever's left over, break it down by how much you want to throw in the bank to save for a rainy day and how much you can spend each week on marketing, advertising, whatever. That's my tip for it, is to make sure you have someone there that's not, you need someone the opposite of you. If you're there and you're the person that's doing all the bookkeeping, find a creative person to help you. Okay, how can I spend this money? If you're the creative person, have someone there like, no. Pull it back.
Well, and I think that people also need to be thinking about like what happens if, the money does run out. Do you have a fallback plan? And for us, you mentioned savings. That's a great idea. I'm totally not a saver, so need to work on that a little bit. But
pennies at a time.
For us, we've tried to utilize savings, credit cards, bank loans, and then lines of credit. So those four things are basically your four main options that you can do. You can either put some money in the bank for a rainy day, use your credit cards as a 30-day leverage to kind of buy yourself some time on purchases or on paying the bills or whatever. Bank loans are great because you can go and get a quick loan at relatively low interest. I mean, it's a lot less interest than if you don't pay your credit card bill every month.
Yeah.
So that's an option. And then banks are also doing lines of credit where you have, $5,000, $10,000 where you can go to the bank and say, write yourself a check and they give you the money.
Yeah,
so
and
that's
those are
also
good.
another
And that's
idea.
a perfect. I think lines of credit are a perfect rainy day situation because the money will sit there whenever you need it, and you don't pay interest on it until you take it. And you don't have to take it all at once. You can take it out 100 here, 500 there, and kind of use it as you please.
Right.
Well, I want to piggyback on what both of you said. I think, Al, what you saying, you need to have someone that's the opposite of you. Like in that scenario, I like to say every Superman has a Clark Kent. So you have to have
Every Batman has a Robin.
Well, no, the reason I say Superman and Clark Kent because they're the same person. They got the same mission, they got the same goals, but they approach it two different ways. So that's exactly what it is. And what you were saying about having, having different structures, different ways to get your money. When we started our business, we had personal savings, we got loans from families and friends, and we actually had some customers that loved what we was doing so much that they chipped in, and it was just crazy how it came together. You don't be afraid to ask people for help. Like just you'd be surprised who will help you. But if I don't know you need it, I won't help you. It's kind of like that. But what also happened to us when we were selected as one of the 100 urban entrepreneurs with the cash flow, they gave us $10,000 to grow our business. But they didn't just say, hey, here's a check for $10,000, grow your business. We had to go through an 8-week mentoring course. And once I still haven't even used it. And we got that in 2010.
I think it was
and we still haven't used all that money because what they did was show us how to use that. Because think about how many businesses, you hear businesses that start with under $500 or under $10,000 and grow their business. It's not because they took that money and just threw it away. They took that money and used it for things that would, expand their brand or get the word out there.
Yeah.
Like I remember one thing when we did the whole Groupon thing. Before I even signed off on Groupon, I talked to the guys from 100 Urban Entrepreneurs. Hey, listen, Groupon wants us to do X, Y, and Z. How should we go about doing this? I could have just used my own mind and whatever. I know this is my company. No, but I went to them. And they said, well, you should try this city, and try that city. Because, they have this type of people, this type of population. Look at your target market, look who you're reaching. And that helped grow my business. And initially, Groupon was a loss because we're giving away our product at a discount price. But then we turned around and we ended up being in front of close to almost 1 million people, something between 500,000 and 1 million people that saw our company. So now we know we got, and the beauty of Groupon is to give you the demographic. So who bought your stuff? So if just say you two bought my product, right? Same age range, same area. Well, I know that people in that area may be interested in my product. So now I take some of my cash flow money, do some Facebook ads, are in that same area, same demographic.
Yeah.
Those people, I heard about Stinky Cake somewhere. They don't remember where they saw it, but they heard about it, and now they go back to my site and pay full price. So and you have to just be smart. Like business is more about being smart. Like the old folks say, you work
smarter,
not harder. And once you break that
Scrooge
code, you can
McDuck.
be successful. Scrooge McDuck was rich.
Yeah, I wish I had all those gold coins
His
and
lucky
something,
dime.
so.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me lucky dime.
Lucky
Huey,
Darn.
Dewey, and Louie.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. Huey, Dewey. Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
new nicknames.
We
for
are
us.
completely sober, by the way. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And
it
it
is.
is
This is how we-
early.
this is
It
how we
is
normally
early.
are.
It's 10 something.
We're
and-
28.
Yeah.
This is why we're just this.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
too
so
much coffee.
Yep.
So, Michael, Entrepreneur of the Week. Who
Okay.
is it?
So, the reason I picked this story, and I can't say this guy's name, so I'm gonna try my best. But I love Chobani yogurt. Like I've been eating it since forever.
So good.
And I was like, where the heck did this come from? Because it just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Hamdi
And
Ulukaya?
he's a 40-year-old. His name is
Ulukaya.
Hamdi
Ulukaya.
Ulukaya. But he grew the business. What I liked about
Yeah.
At least I'm not the one butchering names.
I know,
'cause I'm the one that always butchers
I'm
names.
sorry, Mr. Chobani. I'm gonna call it Mr. Chobani because I don't know. Hamadi. But now, what I liked about this was that he just went for it. He bought the business from, I think it was it Kraft? I'm so sorry, I'm messing this up. Yeah, he bought it from Kraft.
No, we bought the building from Kraft.
He bought the building from Kraft, and he started to put this little yogurt company together. You know, he knew Greek yogurt was a popular thing where he's from, and he's not Greece. He's not Greece. Is it Grecian?
Turkey.
He's from
He's
Turkey.
from Turkey, I
So what he did was, he decided to buy this building that was, he got it at a decent price, got some yogurt equipment in there, started going out to different stores. Hey, try my product. He said he knew it was a success when they started reordering,
Yeah.
and that's always the story. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't have a background in making yogurt. I think his family.
There was a need. He made the want for it, and it's a really good yogurt.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite ones, and my sister is actually the one that got into it because it's a healthy alternative and it's good, and they have so many different flavors. And it's one of those things where it's just like all the other yogurt companies around, or at least in the U.S., they're just plain Jane yogurts, or there's no specific niche, there's nothing special about them. They're just yogurt with different flavors. So Chobani is the Greek yogurt, like it's different texture, different taste, different. It's just and it's good. And I think he, it wasn't like an overnight success for him. For him, he bought the building, and it took several years. Like on the show, we always talk about like these people that like boom, like $1 million, and they make all this
Doesn't
money.
work that way.
He worked hard for how he built Chobani up now. So rightfully so, is definitely the Entrepreneur of the Week. He did a really good job.
You know what else I liked about the article? Because they asked him his advice, and he said he gave 3 tips. Keep direct contact with consumers. Because, you keep them happy, everything else falls into place. I remember when we first started, and I kind of got crazy, so I couldn't do it, and I got to get back to doing this. Every time I got an order, I would personally call the person and thank them. Just because I just thought it was so crazy. We put up this website, and we had people from Wyoming buying our product. So I was like, hey, thanks for ordering. I wanted the founders of Stinky Cakes, and I just wanted to personally thank you.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff had an impact on people, because how many times you bought a product and the person that owns the company called and thank you for ordering? Like, it goes back to
Every time.
old school,
Just kidding.
old school customer service. So he said,
Yeah.
keep direct contact, and he says, keep them happy. He was talking about his employees. He said, nobody's job is more important than anybody else's. The person who answers calls is now the head of purchasing. So he says he creates room for growth. And you see companies that do well, like Google and the shoe company, Tony Hess's company.
Tom Shoes?
No.
Zappos?
They have this culture where everyone's important. If you bring in the mail up, you're just as important as the CEO. And even if that's true or not, that's the environment they create, so people feel comfortable. If you're having fun, you're gonna do a great job, and that's important. And then he said, seek perfection. Like, if you put in the product, and I'm like that with my company too. Like, I want all my diapers to be a certain way. Like, it's why when you see someone that's copying me, and you see my cake, my Stinky Cakes, and we have the same elements. We have the diapers, the ribbons, the teddy bear, all that. But you look at their thing and you look at our thing and you go, there's something different about this. Yeah, because we made sure everything was meticulously placed. Everything's got to be perfect. And you know how it was when you got the Japanese sushi cake.
Yeah.
Like I'm just determined for everyone to get the best product I could possibly put out. If it's not the best, I don't even want to put it out. Like, and you have to be like that. Oh, one more thing, going back to keep direct contact with customers. Like another thing that we do, I had a lady, she ordered a sixth stinky cake last week. So I thought that was really cool that she's loyal to us. So what I did, she ordered a basic cake, but I upgraded it and I customized the ribbon. I gave her a custom bib. I gave her a teddy bear. She didn't order any of that. So I just sent her an email and say, hey, thank you for always coming back to us. Here's what I did for you. You know what? She loves that, but you know what she's gonna do? Guess what these guys did? I didn't even ask them to do it. Blah, 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 blah. Now 5, 10 other people just
Word
learned
of
about
mouth.
stinky cakes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all I got about the Chobani yogurt. It's good.
Chobani's good. This was about Chobani.
Not sticking cakes.
Not stinky cakes. But I love, you know, the reason
This whole
the
episode.
reason I tied that in is because I love when I see bigger companies doing the same thing the little guys are doing.
Exactly.
Because it's the same mindset
that's how-
to be successful.
Yeah, and that's how they stay strong. Not, growing too big too quick, but, really honing in on what they do and just gradually growing. But I think that's all.
Oh, you know what we didn't say?
That's not, we have
Nope.
more.
About stinky
No,
cakes.
in 2011 it was projected to do 257 million.
Yeah.
That was the end of 2010. But in 2011, Chobani Yoga did $700 million. $700 million. But it's because of this guy's core values why that company's growing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And then, by the way, they put out a great product. So
Yeah.
that's the secret.
Facebook and Twitter, In Charge Show. Follow us. We'll post up all the articles that we talked about, and follow us because we need more numbers on our pages.
Fans.
And
Hi, Chobani, if you could see that.
they didn't sponsor us.
They did.
If they want to, by all means.
Yeah.
I just love Chobani. It's just the best yoga.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
that's
get your
right.
name right if you sponsor us.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
do it.
We promise.
All right. Well,
Signing off.
Can I just
Yeah.
shout out real quick? I want to shout out the UMass Family Business Center. It's great resources for any entrepreneurs in the area. Family businesses.
Oh, I've
They
never
do-
heard of them.
Yeah, they do great stuff. We actually you should talk about them on the show.
yeah, we'll
next
talk
time.
about this off camera.
And guess what? I want us to shout out the camera crew. Everyone's tripping and all that stuff, but you guys do a great job. Everyone's been talking about the show. I just want to personally thank you all for your hard work too.
Ludlow
You're
Community
making her laugh
Television.
on camera.
Thank you.
All right.
We just
Mike, are we good? Anything
Yeah.
else?
we started
Yeah.
this
Where's
little silly web
where's
show.
the big
Hold on,
cut
wait,
thing?
We
Cut,
started this little silly web
All
show that
done.
was on TV, man. I had to thank them.
Oh wow! All right, where's the hook? We need that big hook to come and pull Michael. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
All right.
I think he had too much coffee this morning.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we gotta go.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.